Bitch, 111 over everything.
What's up, y'all? I'm with
Method.
Records. You feel me? If you guys don't know who he is, he's a great engineer, great producer. He's based in LA, downtown LA. You guys can hit him up if you guys want to record and get some things mixed. He's also a great artist too. And my name is Lamont Holt. Now, this is our first time doing some type of I wouldn't want to call this a podcast, but like a podcast type of style type of thing. If you guys like these, we're going to do more of these and we're going to upgrade the quality to these. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what the hell we're doing when it comes to this. But you guys love us and our personality is great. Okay, so look, what I did was I went on my Instagram and I told people, I was like, yo, ask me a question that we can speak about. Something that's like meaningful and shit. And then the homie actually, Dan Amar. Dane Amar. Yeah, also a fire. Yeah, you understand? He asked me this question. Who the fuck is trying to sneak in? Well, we in downtown LA, so there's crackheads and shit be trying to sneak through the window. So look, what would you say is the hardest transition from you going to pro skater to inspiring musician? Now, let me correct that real quick. One, I never went pro. Appreciate that. I'm flattered. But I know what he means because, I was traveling, I was sponsored, I was doing all that. So my profession, I guess, was skateboarding. And then a nigga started doing music, but people don't understand that I've been doing music since I was young, since I first started skateboarding. But we'll get into that. So for the people that don't know, he's also a skateboarder too. So he's not just over here sitting down.
I skate on my free time when I'm trying to get away from the studio. I'm not really a skater, but he's skating and music, they go hand in hand.
Well, he's all into the culture. He knows a lot more about skateboarding than me sometimes, and it freaks me out. Okay, so what can I start with that? What was the question again?
How was your transition from skateboarding to music?
Oh, that shit was difficult.
What were the difficulties?
Oh, it was very difficult. Okay, so people didn't accept it. So you guys gotta understand that I built the fan base that I mainly have right now. The majority of it is from skateboarding, right? So they used to watch all my skate videos when I was, started from when I was younger to now. And what they didn't understand is I've always been doing music. So a lot of them were not letting this slide. They were really upset. They were like, yo, you're trying to hop on the trend. It was like around the SoundCloud era. So people thought I was trying to hop on this trend of you're just trying to be like everybody else, just rapping and boom, boom, boom.
But it's crazy because there is a lot of skaters that be rapping now.
Well, nowadays, I'm saying? I'm going to get to that. I'm about to roast all y'all niggas right now. Not those skaters. I'm talking about the fans. I'm about to get on y'all heads. So, yeah, nowadays, you know what I'm saying? But at that time, everybody was scared to show their talent, their other talent, which was music and shit. A lot of people was into it, but they weren't doing it. And trust me, I knew because I used to be around them. And I wasn't scared. I was like, I'm going to put it out. The only other person that wasn't scared was who? Jeremy Rogers.
Okay.
At the time, I'm talking about, that's what people compared me to, was Jeremy Rogers, right? But Jeremy Rogers, he had a situation too, like people were just going through it with him saying, yo, why'd you quit skateboarding? Boom, 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 they was on his head. So they was coming at him foul too. Now the thing is,
what about your whole YouTube situation too? Like, you should talk about that transition too. Because it wasn't just going straight from YouTube to music, it wasn't going straight from skateboarding to music. You started YouTubing and got a little pushback from that too.
Yeah, so true. So people just automatically didn't believe anything I was saying because of my YouTube videos. Yeah. Now this is one of the most contradicting things about it. So people are like, when I rap, I'm not capping in my raps. You feel me? Like especially when I'm talking about life struggles and shit like that. A lot of people, they was coming at me saying like, they'll rap about real shit, you're lying, you're not like this, boom, boom, boom. And I know they got that from the fact of what I showed them on YouTube, right? I wouldn't show y'all my private life on YouTube. That's not entertaining on the shit I was going through and this and that. At the time, I was just trying to go the whole PG route with YouTube, follow community guidelines, all that other stuff that worked, right? So people thought that was me. So honestly, it's kind of the opposite. I was being more fake on YouTube, I guess. Not necessarily fake, but being more not showing the real me versus how I do in my music. So a lot of that shit would happen with that.
Even YouTube was trying to start not monetizing your stuff and all that. So you almost had to kind of change the way you were doing things just to, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And I'm glad that you pointed that out because it's like once I started showing the real me and doing me, which was music, etc., and just being myself and not caring, because I did not want to be a slave to the algorithm. Let me tell you guys that right now. If you go take one advice from Lamont when it comes to this world of social media, don't become a slave to the algorithms. Algorithms always change. You feel me? You got to kind of follow a pattern with it just to like work the system. But make sure you just make good content and you care and be happy with what you like to post. You feel me? Or you're just going to be a slave to the algorithm and be very stressful and be real upset and not be posting shit.
Always just be you.
Always be you. But be smart with it too, obviously. You want to study all that stuff. But anyways, once I started taking myself like serious, I was just like, I'm just going to be me, posting music and not caring, and going on YouTube, just being me, showing the real me, showing my friends, etc. YouTube community guidelines didn't like that. So we wasn't getting monetized like that. We was getting videos taken down, etc. So 2018, I'm gonna get back to the question. 2018, I started taking music. I started transitioning into music. So I've been doing it since I was 11. I made my first rap at 11, etc. Was in the studio, boom, boom, boom. But 2018, I told myself, I looked at myself one day because I was like, I love skateboarding. I'm always gonna be a skateboarder. But what I really wanted to do was music, right? I told myself, beginning of 2018, I'm not gonna skate no more. That's what people got mad. I'm not going to skate no more. I'm going to do music. I'm going to take music 100% serious. The reason for that is because people thought like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like you think you there already, boom, 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 this and that. The reason why I did that is because the fact was I didn't know a lot of people in music at all. I didn't know producers, engineers. I didn't know anything from music. All I knew is I wanted to make music. All I knew was skateboarding too, right? And people from skateboarding. So the fact that I took myself out of my comfort zone and said I'm gonna stop skateboarding, like I still skated, but I'm talking about taking it serious, like every day, going out trying to film, do this and that. Like I was still skateboarding. That's me. I still do that. But I said I'm gonna take music 100% serious.
Well, you were starting from the bottom again in a whole new realm. You know what I mean?
Scary.
It's just like when you started skateboarding, you didn't start skateboarding with day one right away on day one. You know what I mean? Like you had to practice and build your way up to that.
Exactly. So that's what I was like, I'm gonna do that right now. It put me into a zone where I was like, I gotta go meet people. So starting in 2018, I met producers. I met other rappers that I could relate with. I met engineers, and I went through a lot of bullshit with them. You know what I mean? But I was every day, man, I was like, man, I'm gonna be honest, you know what I'm saying? The nigga wasn't fully where he at now with the flows and like the skill level and all that other stuff, but I would never say that to myself. I would never be like, man, I suck. Never that. But I knew I had to get better. And I still want to get better no matter what level I'm at. So every day what I would do, 2018, I would be trying to network, be around people, and then I would just go into a zone every morning right when I wake up and force myself to write a verse no matter how trash it is. And that got me into the zone of writing and being real good. Now we go fast forward. We started doing stuff, posting on the internet. It's one thing that you guys are going to be interested in. And I think you'll like this too, Method. What YouTube taught me, because I realized around that year, I was like, yo, the things that I had to do to get noticed with skateboarding, because trust me, skate industry and skateboarding is very, very strict and like they do not care. You know what I mean?
A little closed-minded too. They're very stuck in their ways.
A lot closed-minded. It's better now.
Yeah.
They didn't accept YouTubers and all that, but I still got attention. I still want to. All you want to do is have people look at your tricks, look at your art, whatever it is, right? So I went the YouTube route and I figured it out, and I figured out cool ways to do it. But what I've learned and all those skills I've learned on how to be seen with skateboarding, I applied it with music. So I started, we came up with this thing where it's like make a beat out of something. And I showed them how I edit my YouTube videos, and I was like, we go do it just like that. I was like, yo, this is exactly how we go do it. The first one we go do is make a beat out of skateboarding. Shit went booming. You know what I mean? Started going viral on Instagram, etc. But I took that from what I learned from skateboarding into the music. You know what I mean? Time goes by. Long story short, we here now. You feel me? I met this dude.
Very long story short, right?
Yeah, we go cut it short. We go cut it short because we testing this out right now. We already got 9 minutes, so I'm gonna keep this video 10. It was a lot of. I'm gonna summarize it. It was a lot of pinning myself out of my comfort zone and meeting who I needed to meet, and pretty much I met who I need to meet. And if you guys want to know more about this story, comment below, because this is what we're doing from now on as a series. Comment below, and then we're going to take a comment from there and feed off of that and have a conversation with that. So let's feed off of this specific conversation and ask me something from this, what you guys want to know more about or whatever. You got any questions you want to ask me before we end this?
I heard you was on Animal Planet, bro.
All right. Yeah, we not going to do that. I was, you know what I'm saying? All right, here we go wrap this up. Hey, 111 over everything. Hey. You feel me? Let me know if you guys like this series, and we going to keep this up, and we go make it a lot better with the scenery and stuff like that. We just testing it out. All right, boom.
Bitch 111 over everything.